In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to clean an old moldy tile shower where the grout is completely covered in mold, just like this. And by the end, it's going to look pristine, white, and clean, and it's not even going to be recognizable. So if this is of interest to you, if you need to learn how to clean an old moldy shower, this video is for you. I'll show you exactly what to use, how much it's going to cost. That's basically what we're going to go over in this video. So this is the shower, and you can see the grout is covered in mold everywhere you look. Black mold is growing. Okay? So we got from basically floor to ceiling is all tile in the shower, and even the ceiling is covered in mold. Okay, you can see some pretty nasty looking mold here. Some black mold, so this shower is not safe to be in. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this Clorox clean bleach, and what I do is cut little strips of paper towels and then put the bleach in the grout and then cover it with paper towels. And essentially the paper towel serves as two purposes. It helps hold more of the bleach in place so it doesn't all just drip to the bottom, but also it prevents it from drying out. So this is going to sit here for a minimum of 12 hours. I'll probably leave it for an entire day. And I'm going to come back and peel it off, and hopefully the mold will be removed. And now this is just one strip, but I'm going to cover the entire shower with these paper towel strips with this clean bleach. And you can see some is starting to drip down. So you can see if you don't put the paper towels, it just kind of forms this little thin layer here. So I want to keep making it real thick. So this is basically what I'm going to use, is this Clorox clean bleach. And I'll just show you how they do one of these. And it's going to be the same process for the entire shower. So what I'm going to do is find a spot with mold. Let's just go with this spot right here. Okay? I'm going to put the clean bleach in the grout, and then I'm going to cover it with paper towel. Okay? See how simple that is? Very simple. And then it soaks through and looks like that. This shower, this is going to take a lot of bleach because I basically have to do the entire grout. So right now, I'm just going to test a couple spots and see how well this actually works before I commit to the entire shower. So I'll probably try these spots here, and then I'll probably try this really bad spot up here and see if it can cover that. But then, essentially, if it works, I'm going to repeat it for the whole thing. Now, the most important thing is, got to wear this thing. This is an N95 mask. I took a shower in here, and the entire day I was getting all this inflammation, and I just had the smell of the shower in my nose. Kept smelling it throughout the day. This stuff is nasty. You do not want to be breathing it in. And especially with all the bleach, it's just a combination of chemicals and toxins and mold and stuff that you don't want to be breathing in. So absolutely essential to wear an N95 mask. And gloves, protect your hands from the bleach and from the mold. And you should probably be wearing better eye protection, but I have glasses, so I'm just going to go with that. But ideally, you want to be wearing goggles too that prevent mold from getting into your eyes. So yeah, that's basically all we're going to do. And then I'll show you the results of this test. And then if that test works, I'll show you the results of the entire shower after that. All right, so I'm just going to show you. I have an additional 2 strips down here, and then 3 strips up here. So that's what we're going to test initially. All right, folks, it's the following morning, and you can see from my hair that I just woke up. We're going to check our little experiment and see how our mold is doing. So let's go find out how our mold is doing. Did our little situation work? So let's see here. This is the first one that I did. Looks like it is kind of dried up, but I'm gonna peel it off and see what happened. Oh my goodness. The problem is the paper towels have stuck to the wall. But the good news is that the mold is gone. So let's see how this one did. Oh my goodness. All right, look at that. We got one little spot that has some mold, but everything else kind of removed it. All right, now these really bad spots up here. Let's see if that did it. All right, it is clean. Look at that, pure white grout. White grout, amazing. So, I mean, obviously there's still a green stain from the bleach, but all that dark, I mean, this is what it looked like. It looked like that, and now it looks like that. And I didn't have to do any scrubbing or any work. The only work I had to do was cut out little strips of paper towels. Okay? So this works. This works well. Look at that. This was all, it looked like that. And now it looks like that. So, if you've got moldy grout in a shower with tiles or in a bathtub with tiles, this is going to be a lot easier of a way to clean it than to sit there and scrub it. Because I've actually previously tried to clean the shower with just spraying bleach and scrubbing it with a brush, and it didn't come off. And it marginally cleaned it, but the stains remained. Whereas this method, you literally just put it on a paper towel and leave it there overnight, and it's gone in the morning. So 12 hours of soaking in bleach. The paper towel kind of holds it in place, and it probably helps with the removal too. I'm not exactly sure, but this method does work, and it works remarkably well, and it's easy. So now what I'm going to do is finish the job. I've got a massive, look at the dimensions of this shower. So it's kind of like a triangle corner and then a little square over here. So it's a weird shape. But this whole shower is just covered in mold wherever you look. So all the walls, 360, need to be cleaned. And then the worst part is actually up here. So I think, wow, look at that. So I think what I'm going to do for the ceiling is I'm going to basically cut the strips, put the bleach on the strip, and then just kind of like attach it to the ceiling, because obviously I can't really squirt it onto the ceiling. It's going to just drop to the floor. So I'll show you how I do that when I get to that. But yeah, this is kind of like what the shower looks like before, with the exception of these couple of spots that I've cleaned. And then we're gonna show you what it looks like once I put all the bleach strips on everywhere. And then at the end, I'm gonna remove them, and then I'm gonna I think what I have to do is just rinse this. I think I have to just kind of like rinse it and scrub it with a brush just to get all the paper towel particles off and the remaining bleach. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when the job is complete. And then this is just to show you how I make the little strips of paper towels. So it's literally just get a paper towel and you cut it with scissors. All right, so now I want to show you how much I've accomplished. So basically, I started off putting up the paper towels on this area, and basically what I would do is put the bleach on the wall and then cover it with paper towel. And then I realized that it was actually easier to just pour the bleach on the paper towel and then stick it. So that's what I did up here. I don't want to go in here. Oh, take one step in. But basically these ones on the ceiling up here, I just put the bleach on there and then attached it to the ceiling because it's impossible to spray it or squirt the bottle upwards. That's what I did up here. I just decided that it was going to take way too long to do paper towels, so what I did was I just squirted bleach in the grout lines throughout the whole shower, and it seems to be working. And then I would just rub it in with my hands with the gloves on. And you can see it kind of pulls at the bottom. There's way more at the bottom. But this method seems to work pretty well. It's covered up most of the tiles. So now I'm just going to allow this to soak for several hours before I come back. And obviously I didn't get everything yet. I just finished this first bottle of Clorox bleach, so I'm going to use another one when this is done, but I just want to see how well this works. And then I'll go back and get more paper towels, and then I'll do the top. There's still some spots that I missed on the top. Some back in there. So there's a few spots I missed, but overall, I'm pretty happy with this first major round. So I'm going to allow this to sit, and then I'll come back and clean it up and see how it looks. Okay, it's been about 3 hours, okay? So I think the bleach has done its part. I'm also going to be removing this shower pole because it's old and cruddy and rusty. And then I'm going to be replacing this shower head as well. I know this thing was dirty, so I'm just going to be basically swapping that out. So I'll show that in the video too, attaching new things, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting these strips on the ceiling. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do for these. So basically, I've cut these little strips of paper towels. I'm going to put the bleach across them. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it onto the ceiling. So let me show you the ceiling. I did 3 strips, and now I'm going to show you the ceiling. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to do the rest of the ceiling like this. Alrighty, so I want to give you an update. I finished bleaching the shower. I've removed the little, oh my god, fumes. Removed the little shelf. I removed the actual shower rod, or the shower head. And then I finished applying bleach to the ceiling everywhere. I'll put a lot more strips all up there. Got more up here. More up there, more over there. I even put some in the shower. I covered the floor. Shit's falling on me. I got bleach everywhere you can think. It's been about 4 hours since I first started. Took a couple hour break, but then I just worked for another hour. Yeah, and even up in the light, it looks like there was some mold, so. We're just gonna let this sit now for several hours, and I'm gonna go to the store. I got a new shower head, I got a new shelf. Gonna replace this old nasty rusty thing here. Yeah, we're just gonna make it look new, hopefully. All right, that's it for now. Oh, and I just want to give an update. I accidentally wore nice clothes in there earlier, and realized that my nice jeans were bleached. So as you can see now, I'm wearing all white. All white. So when you're working with bleach, wear white because it's gonna stain your clothes. So you can see I have some bleach on my shirt down here. If I wasn't wearing white, those would be white stains on whatever color I was wearing. So definitely need to make sure you wear white. All right, it is the end of the day and I have completed this project. So I want to show you everything that I've done. I told you I got a new shower head. So if you're interested, these are what I got. I got this dual shower head combo with magnetic dock, which is awesome, by the way. I'll show you how this thing works, but this is an awesome shower head. And then I got a new stand as well that kind of matches. So they both came from Walmart. So this is the finished product. It's not perfect. Like I see some stains on the bottom floor that I could probably soak overnight. I might do that, but it's just dirty. It's just grime. It's not mold. So pretty much most of the mold is gone. So you can see this is what the shower looks like now. So I attached everything. All the grout is pretty much white at this point, and it looks so much better. And here's the new shower shelf, and then this new shower head looks way better, and it works way better. And then the worst parts were up here. So you can see all that black mold is gone. The top still looks good. It's still a little wet. I noticed there's a few spots where the bleach actually stained. Let me actually explain how I finished this job because I didn't actually show you. So yeah, I basically let it sit for only a few hours, maybe like 2 to 3 hours total until I decided to clean it. And then what I ended up doing was I just used this new shower head. And this little handheld part, basically you can switch it over to use only this part and not use the main shower head. And then I'll show you what it looks like. So it's gonna get wet in here again, but it's worth it. So this little thing, you press this little knob, it has three different settings. So like there's a gentle shower. And then this is what I actually use because this is a nice jet. And basically I just went around the entire wall and, sprayed all the spots that had the bleach. And then I used this toothbrush, this old toothbrush, to basically scrub the bleach out. And it took me quite a while. So it took me maybe like in 30 minutes to an hour to just go around scrubbing. Basically, I had just scrubbing with the toothbrush while spraying with my other hand. So I didn't film this because I didn't have a spare hand. But basically, yeah, just spraying water while scrubbing with the toothbrush. And there were a lot of spots that kind of got stained, so I had to spray and scrub them for quite a while to get the stains out, the bleach stains. Like I said, and it took another hour to kind of clean it out, clean out the bleach. And yeah, that's basically all I did, and this was very effective. So I did not meaning the paper towels on most of the walls. I just kind of basically got this bottle of this Clorox clean bleach and then went along the walls, along the grout, and then just kind of got in there. And I just made sure to go over to get fully soaked with bleach. And then with my hands with gloves, I would just kind of just rub it into with my hands to kind of make sure everything got fully saturated. So just covering everything with bleach, letting it sit for like 3 hours, really did an effective job at removing the majority of the mold. I think there's still maybe a tiny few little spots that have little bits, but this is like night and day what the shower looked like before. Like I couldn't even, when I came in here, the whole thing smelled. It made me sick after I showered, and now I can come in here and I don't have any issues. So yeah, this is how you basically can clean an old moldy tile shower and get all the mold out of the grout. And it's a very effective method. The Clorox clinging bleach works well. It stays on the wall pretty well. It's not like spray bleach where it just kind of like dries up after a few minutes. That does not work. You really need the clinging bleach gel because it kind of stays liquid long enough to really just get rid of all that mold. Now in terms of costs, I just want to show you exactly how much I spent. So The Clorox toilet bowl cleaner clinging bleach gel. I got a 2-pack for $5.24 on Amazon. So that was $5 for the Clorox clinging bleach. And then I got 3M Aura Particle Respirator N95 masks, which were absolutely essential for dealing with the mold. That was $9.97 for 3 masks. And then I got nitrile disposable gloves, basically $5 for a 50-pack of gloves. So in total, I spent $20 on just the cleaning supplies, which does not include an old toothbrush that I use to clean. But yeah, that's all, $20 for cleaning. And then in terms of the actual new items that I got, so I got a new shower head, and then I got a new stand as well. Okay, so the shower head was $59, which is kind of expensive, but it's a really nice shower head, so I'm really happy with that. It produces some high intense pressure and is able to clean really well. And then it has the overhead unit that you can switch to, so it's really nice. And then the pole shower caddy with 3 shelves or 4 shelves was $46.74. So in total, I spent $111 on the shower head and the new shelf. So that's obviously the most expensive part. Now, you don't have to get new stuff for your shower, but I just wanted to replace what was there with similar items that are much higher quality. So $111 at Walmart and then $20 for cleaning. So in total, $130 for this project. And then basically it's an all-day project. I wasn't working continuously, but it took an entire day to complete this project. So you got to factor in how much your time is worth as well. Not too expensive of a project. And at the end, we have a very nice shower that I feel comfortable using now. Thank you for sticking around and watching if you made it this far. If you found this video useful, then please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And that will encourage me to make more content like this if you guys like this. So thank you so much for your time and have a good day. Take care.